Hi, Steve Mills here, and welcome to the Results Club. I've got a question for you, and that question is, what's holding you back? What's holding you back from the success that you want, from growing your business that you would like? What's holding you back from growing your profit and becoming even more successful than you already are? Well, I don't know the answer to that, obviously, but what I do know is that if you want to be more successful, if you want a bigger business, if you want more profit, then what you've got to do is to become better at selling and marketing your products and services. It's as simple as that. Yes, you could save money, you could cut back and you could, profit is all about, the difference between income and costs. And yes, you could reduce costs by 5%, 10%, maybe 20%, who knows. But for real leverage to really hit the mark, to get your business from wherever it is right now to wherever you want to be, assuming that you want to grow your business, then there's only one way, and that is to improve the effectiveness of your sales and marketing, and actually to improve the effectiveness of you and or your team in terms of how good you are at selling and marketing your products and services. And that's the whole sort of ball of wax, really. The question is, what are you going to do in order to improve the effectiveness of what you do? Why haven't you done it already? Somebody asked me a great question a little while ago. They said, how come you're not already as successful as you would like to be, Steve? And boy, did that open up an amount of theories and ideas and really get me thinking. If I want to take my business from £1 million turnover to £100 million turnover, what's it going to take? Well, a new level of thinking for sure, a new level of expertise, because I've never ran £100 million business. And to do so, you've got to be a £100 million business owner, and therefore you need certain skills. You need leadership skills, you need marketing, sales skills, you need financial skills and awareness, as well as being good at actually delivering. In fact, delivering the products and services that you offer are probably the least important thing, because if I'm turning over £100 million, there's no way I'm going to be able to, be there doing the work, making the widgets and sticking them in the post and so on and so forth. And so, the skills that you need to grow a business are very different from the skills that you need, in a way, to start a business. Now, there's one guy that I've always respected a lot over the years, and I really regret when I first started out in business not reading a fantastic book called The E-Myth, The Entrepreneurial Myth, subheading Why Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. It was written by a guy called Michael Gerber, and I strongly recommend that you go and buy a copy of The E-Myth. You can get it on Amazon or any good bookstore, and it's a brilliant book. Be the best £10-15 you've ever spent. So, go and do that by all means. But one of the things that Gerber talks about, he talks about the fact that 80% of small businesses that start in the UK and America and Canada and Australia and so on and so forth, all over the world, and it's going to vary a little bit from time to time and country to country, but he says that 80% of all small businesses that start go bust or cease trading within 5 years. Now, the bad news is that of the remaining 20%, a full 90% of the remaining 20% are going to cease trading in the next 5 years. So if the first 5 years doesn't get you, the second 5 years probably will. And I hope I'm inspiring you to start a business right now, or, really what I hope is if you are running your business, that this, in a way, starts to ring alarm bells. Now, why is that? Why is there, so much, lack of success? Well, my belief, and I know Gerber says this in his book. He says, he calls it operational expertise. So what happens often in business is a hairdresser, been a hairdresser for 20 years, opens up their own hairdressing business. A garage mechanic opens up his business, a lawyer opens up a legal practice, an accountant opens up an accountancy practice, and so on and so forth. Believing, because they're good at doing the work of the business, the work that business does, that entitles them and enables them to run a business that does that work. And nothing, and I mean nothing, could be further from the truth. Being good at cutting hair is nothing to do with running a business that cuts that hair. Yeah? So operational expertise is, in a way, you'd be better being a lorry driver and starting a salon, or being an accountant and starting a law practice, because you couldn't do the work. Therefore, you'd have to find somebody to do the work so that you could go ahead and start working on growing that business. Does that make sense? I really hope it does, because it's something I really passionately believe. So the question now becomes, what do I need to do in order to be successful? What do I need to change? If operational expertise, I'm a landscape gardener. I love landscape gardening. I've been doing it for years. I'm really good at it. I know and understand flowers. I love being outdoors, doing the work of the business. But the problem is, nothing about finance, nothing about cash flow, nothing about debt collecting. And actually, do you know what? Most of the people I speak to hate all that sort of stuff. They just don't want to be involved with it. That is costing you money. It's no good saying, well, I'll leave it to my accountant who comes in once a year or once a quarter or maybe even once a month and tells you how well or badly you did. You gotta, if you've got a very, very low level, if you run a business and you've got a low level of financial expertise, now is the time to change that. We then move over to my area of expertise, and which is sales and marketing, helping businesses to grow. If you've got a really low level of expertise in that, then I guarantee it's costing you money. It's costing you money every day in lost leads, in lost sales, in lost income, and in lost profit. So again, question is what you're going to do. You got to have expertise. You've got to train yourself. Yeah, you could outsource it, give it to somebody else, but often, how well does that work? Is that person really going to be totally focused on your business and so on? If you're not good at selling, if you've not done any sales training, if you're not constantly and never-endingly training yourself in sales and marketing, then you are losing money. It is costing you money because you're not up to date, and you're not the world's best. You're not perfect, and I'm not perfect. I spend a phenomenal amount of time, money, and effort learning from the world's leading marketing experts, and then passing that on to my small business clients. And that's what I do, and that's what I've been doing for 25 years. Now, I'm doing this now through something I call my Results Club. Results Club is an online program. It's actually 100 plus videos that you can gain access to for only £30 a month. £30 a month, which is about the same as a couple of bottles of wine or perhaps a meal out, and you can gain access to over 100 videos teaching you how to grow your business and to make your millions or hundreds of thousands or whatever it is you want to do with your business. And not only that, but you also gain access to my online social media portal that enables you to do your social media from one place instead of logging into LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and so on and so forth. You also gain access to something called Teamwork, which is a project management software enabling you to set up and run your own online marketing program. And it's just a fantastic, I really do believe it is a total no-brainer. And it's a fantastic program. You're not tied into it. You can sign up and give it a try for a few months, see if you like it, and if you do, stay forever, and if you don't, you can move on and try something else. But the point is, if you're going to be successful, then your current level of knowledge of sales and marketing, unless you're growing your business right now, your current level of sales and marketing is not good enough. The level of knowledge and the level of skill of you and your team is not good enough to get you where you want to go. Assuming where you want to go is, the difference between here and here. How do I know that? Well, I know that because you're not got there. I know that because you're not getting there. If that's the case, if your business has stagnated or is growing too slowly, then a great action would be to join the Results Club. So how do you do that? All you do is to go to Steve Mills, that's me, stevemills.co/Results Club. Okay? www.stevemills.co/Results Club. Or give me a call. Very happy to talk to you about it and how you can benefit. Telephone number is 01256 242 272. Thanks very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again in my next video. Thank you.